Mark, good morning to you. Very sad that we're having to talk about this again, and it must be very desponding for you. And, you know, I don't know if it puts you off or it reinvigorates you in the pursuit of fighting knife crime.
Good morning, Eamon. Yeah, again, we're sat here and we're discussing about a young person's life that was cut short way too early. And as you say, what does it do? Does it make you want to put it down and leave it alone and walk away because you feel nothing's happening, nothing's changing? Or does it make you want to just fight that extra, that little bit extra? For me personally, it just makes me want to get more involved and speak out more and trying to come up with answers and work together with people that have the same objective as what we do.
Yeah, Eamon and I both, as parents this morning, you know, have put ourselves in the shoes of this 15-year-old girl's family, what they must be going through. And we've talked a lot about things from the victim's perspective. We've talked a lot about things from a policing perspective. But I want to hear from you as somebody who was himself a member of a gang, walked around London with weapons. I believe you lost your eye in a knife attack. What are the social issues around why you got involved in that and how we stop it?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't London, it was in Manchester. But yeah, I was involved in gangs as I was growing up as a teenager, and I did carry a knife because I felt scared for my life and because other people were carrying knives. And that's why I did carry a knife. Later on in my years, I did become a victim of knife crime. And like you say, I lost my eye. I was stabbed in my face and in my neck. And obviously, at that point, it was like, things need to change, you know? So, but the reason why I carried a knife, like I said, I was a scared teenager and I knew other people were carrying knives. And I think then it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. It's happening even more and more and more. And not only is it children who are scared, it's also becoming a trend. It's becoming trendy to carry a knife. And unfortunately, yes, we have to report it, but the more we speak about it and air it, the more children are getting scared and the more they're picking up knives to try and protect themselves.
So how do you, I mean, is this about not trusting the police if people are scared and they don't think that the police are going to protect them? Is this about parenting, that the parents aren't keeping kids at home where they can be kept safe? Is it about all of those things, or is it about education maybe?
I think it's about all of them combined, you know. So every different child who picks up a knife has a different story to tell. And if we don't come at it from all different angles with people from all different areas, then we ain't going to be able to solve this. Like I said, it has to be teamwork. It has to be different. It has to be the police. It has to be school. It has to be parents. It has to be prison. It has to be people like myself and people like like you as well, all coming together and coming up with a solution together. Not one entity has the answer. We have to work together.
We've done many interviews, unfortunately, Mark, with situations like this, all terribly shocking. And then we all ask, what's the answer? What's the solution? And we hear from you as to what you believe the solution is. I just get the feeling it's never going to happen. It's never going to be joined up. A lot of people aren't going to care enough. There will be people who are in full-time jobs who may see all of this through, but politicians come and politicians go, and there just doesn't seem to be a joined-up philosophy about all of this or policy.
That is true, but then there's people like myself. And then I'm not the only person, like Mark that you spoke to earlier today, who obviously campaigns himself. There's so many people that have been victims of knife crime that campaign themselves. And if we have to create our own network between each other, if the government ain't going to step up and do what needs to be done, then us as people need to do what needs to be done because we need to protect our children. I have a younger child, I have a 3-year-old son, and I don't want in another 10 years' time for it to be worse. It needs to get better. And there's people like myself, like I said, we will go out there and do what needs to be done, whether we get help or not.